All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. Back with another throwback tunes on another Thursday, and it's on my mom's birthday, so happy birthday to my mom. But yeah, with the birthday wishes out the way, let's get on to today's mixtape. So we got another Wiz Khalifa joint right here. This one is Star Power. So this joint came out September 17, 2008 under Rostrum Records and Taylor Game, obviously. And you could say this was also under Warner Brothers Records as well, because prior to this mixtape being released, he signed with Warner Brothers. So that's pretty cool right there. And again, at this point in time, he only came out with one album, which was Show and Prove. His second album, Deal No Deal, did not come out yet. It came out a year later. So there you go with that. So we are reviewing Star Power. Like I said, he was signed with Warner Brothers Records when he came out with this mixtape right here. So let's review the mixtape. So looking at this joint, the producers involved here were Ghost, Loft, Johnny Giuliano, and Stargate. Obviously, there were more likely other producers involved, but there's not a lot of info on this mixtape. So that's what I'm rolling with, obviously. Now, I believe this was also, but this was hosted by DJ D's, not D's Nuts, but you get the point, DJ D's, obviously. And the executive producer, more likely, was Benji Greinberg, who is the president of Rostrum Records, or was. I don't know if he still is now. I don't know if it's Rostrum Records still thing, but that's irrelevant. All right, let's look at the mixtape itself. There's a grand total of 26 tracks. So here we go. The first track is the intro, which is, before I go on, here's where things get interesting, because some of these tracks, really some of these freestyles are short. They're like under 2 minutes long. But because there's like 26 tracks, I could do a top 5 and not a top 3. So now let's get on to it. The first track is called Intro, obviously. Next up is I'm a Star featuring Johnny Giuliano. The third track is called Feels Good, followed by Hero Freestyle. Track number 5 is Be Easy Remix. So there is a remix. The original Be Easy track was on Prince of the City 2, which was what I reviewed last week. So there's a remix, and this joint features, or I'm gonna butcher this name, Boats, B-O-A-Z, Boats, how you pronounce that? Kev the Hustler, and Young Ro. So there you go with that. Track number 6 is called How You Live, followed by Low Riding Freestyle. That's riding without the G at the end. Track number 8 is called Bankroll featuring Courtney Noel. Next up is Change Up, followed by Shawty Runner Road, and that's Runner, W-A-N-N-A, featuring Lavish. Track number 11 is called PWP featuring Kev the Hustler, followed by My Life featuring Johnny Giuliano. Track number 13 is called Every Time Freestyle, followed by I'ma Keep. Track number 15 is called Dope Boys Freestyle. Next up is So High, then Pop Bottles. Track number 18 is called Re-Roller featuring Kev the Hustler, followed by Star Power, which is the name of this mixtape. Track number 20 is called, and this is one of my favorites right here, Ink My Whole Body. Track number 11 is called Like a Star, followed by Spaceship. Next up is Take a Ride, followed by Flicking without the G, Flicking Ashes. And then we got Where the Cash at Freestyle. And lastly, we got Space Lee, S-P-A-C-E-L-Y, Space Lee, featuring Rocky Fontaine. So yeah, there you go with that. Obviously, this was a mixtape, but there was no singles or anything like that, back then. So, and Wiz Khalifa wasn't exactly big time on a mainstream stage yet, but he was big time in the underground world without question. And I'm gonna give you guys my favorite tracks from words to first. So here we go. Every Time Freestyle is the first joint off this album. It was a semi-mellow beat. The melody was cool, but the drums and the tempo was bland, but the beat was okay. And that's like the only okay track off this album right here. Next up is Change Up. Like the melody. Don't like the snare though. The beat is decent because of the melody. If it was for the melody, this would probably be the worst track off this album. Next up is PWP. I like the melody. The kick is hard. I would have used a different snare from the snap though, but the beat is cool nevertheless. Then we got Spacely with the unique beat. Probably use a different snare from the snap once again, but the beat is cool nevertheless. And then we got With the Cash at Freestyle, which is a Swiss Beats track actually. So he did this beat more likely. Short track, like I mentioned, there was a few of these freestyles that was like under 2 minutes long, but the beat was cool nevertheless. Next up, Next up, we got Re-Roller. Basically, the beat from R. Kelly's Hair Braider track. the beat was cool though. So this was like one of those mellow out joints right here, but it's about Reed. So can you really call it a mellow out joint? Semi-mellow. Let's go with that. Next up is How You Live. Drums are cool. The kick drum is hard though, but it needs a harder bass though. The melody is cool though, and the beat as a whole is cool. Then we got My Life. Drums are cool right here. That bass is hard, but could have used more of it though. The melody is cool, but so the beat is pretty cool. I like the track is cool. Dope Boys Freestyle. The drums are really cool, you know, really good, right? The melody is cool, beat is cool. Short track, another one of those short tracks, like I said, with some of these freestyles. Feels Good is a smooth track. The drums are cool, and overall the beat is cool. Then we got Hero Freestyle. I would have used a different kick for this one. The melody is really cool though, and the beat is cool. Then we got So High. Really like this one. Like the drums and the melody. Really cool beat, without question. Like a Star, the beat is really cool, and like the drums and the melodies. Low Riding Freestyle, this beat is semi-smooth. This is a classic Wiz Khalifa joint in my opinion. And everything is really dope here. Spaceship, the beat is hard. Really like the drums, especially that kick. Like the melody. The rhyming style unique, but it's cool. And this is a really cool track. Be Easy Freestyle. Now, I'm going to say the same thing that I said last week about this beat. Really like the melody. Really like the drums. Really hard track. So this is a really cool track, if I do say so myself. Really dope right here. Take a Ride. Semi-mellow beat right here. Really like the drums and the melody. Really dope track, if I do say so myself. Pop Bottles. I like the tempo here. That beat is hard. Really like the drums. This is a really dope track, like I said, man, about some of these tracks that I talked about. I'ma Keep. This is a forgotten classic in my opinion. Like the melody, and it bangs. I probably would have used a different snare though. Really dope beat, if I do say so myself. And I'm a Star. That joint bangs hard. The drums are on point, and the beat is really, really dope. So let me reveal to you guys my top 5 tracks off of this mixtape. Fifth best track off this album is Flicking Ashes. This is a semi-smooth track. I like the sample used. I'm kind of familiar with that sample. Really like the drums. Really dope track in my opinion. Next up is Bankroll featuring Courtney Noel. This is one of my favorite Wiz songs right here. This joint is smooth. Really like the drums, and it bangs. This is an excellent track. Track number 3 is called Shorty Wanna Roll featuring Lavish. I listened to, Bankroll and this joint. Really my top, well, no, I ain't gonna say my top 3. Shorty Wanna Roll, I listen to this this day. This is another one of my all-time favorite Wiz joints. Everything about this track is excellent. Really, really like it. Second best track, and this was tough. I had to decide between these 2 tracks. Both of these joints are really, really dope without question. They are amongst my all-time favorite Wiz Khalifa songs. And even though one of them I listened to this day, and the other one I kind of forgot about it until I heard it again. And I was like, oh my gosh, how can I forget about it? So I may have to add that to my current playlist, if I remember. But it was tough. But I went with Ink My Whole Body as the second best track off this mixtape. This is a hype joint right here. Excellent beat. Like I said, this is one of my all-time favorite Wiz joints. This is the one I listen to this day. So, the number 1 track off of this mixtape, which is called Star Power, is actually called Star Power. So the track, this joint is really, really dope, man. That beat is hard. The melody is on point, man. I forgot about this track, but when I heard it, I'm like, oh my gosh, how can I forget about this? Excellent track, without question. So Star Power, the best track off this mixtape. So there's no professional ratings for me to give you guys. So with that, this is a 5 out of freaking 5. Without question, this is a 5 out of freaking 5. And you know what? I would go on a record, even though it had that one track that I was like bland, but it had too much. It's got a lot of stuff on here that makes up for it. So not only is this a 5 out of freaking 5, I would probably say this is Star Power is better than Prince of the City 2. I truly believe that Star Power is better than Prince of the City 2. I'm not saying this is his best mixtape, his best work, because I believe Kush and Orange Juice is. So, and that's saying a lot, especially about this mixtape right here. So yeah, I recommend that you either more likely it's probably I don't know if there's a physical version of this mixtape, but you should have a downloaded copy of this mixtape in your collection already. You should not need me to review this mixtape in order for you to have a copy of this in your collection. Without question, you should have it already. So, I'm gonna call it a wrap for this week's Throwback Tunes episode. Oh, if there's a mixtape or album that you want me to review that is, again, 10 years old or older, let me know in the comment section below. You see me do it before. People made requests, and if they follow the requirement, again, 10 years old or older, I'll review it. I've done it plenty of times. I have no problem doing it again. Make sure it's an album I haven't done already, though, or a mixtape I haven't done already. So, with all of that said, y'all know who this is. This is your new Jay Gatsby, a.k.a. the new Stephen A. Smith, a.k.a. James Bond III, a.k.a. Mr. Smash Adams, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.